Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. It's the Connecticut Huskies and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, Clemson's head coach told me before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Tigers' offense will take the field first. We get a look at the guy the quarterback will be looking for, T.J. Moore. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Bolitnikoff Awards. The tradition of the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Makes it past the marker. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. After the run, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davidson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Denson. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack. Throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because it's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Back to throw, it's Denson. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires downfield. A missed opportunity on that errant pass.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying the left side. Jumped on top of the pile.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Dead center perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. There's a crease. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. UConn going back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He'll get rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, it's Davidson. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davidson. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. From the gun, give on the inside. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll run the option. Running to Green. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. Here's the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking for room. It's Davidson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. He's going to take off. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Tigers spin their third and final timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. So first down here as they go back to work. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a crease. It's Davidson. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The UConn offense goes back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Bring in the heat. And it's a sack.
That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. Nice job, man. Getting tackles for losses, getting sacks. It makes it easy to play defense. You know what else does? Forcing a 3rd and long where you know they got to throw the football like they got right here.
On the ground, it's Davidson. Here's a little room there. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Huskies sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Back to pass on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ross. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. On the run, fires downfield. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Slips through the line. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing.
Finding some room. Picks up the first down. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Coming out with it, it's Lang. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you...
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
The throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out route. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Looking to throw for it. Gets it to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Denson. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 9 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Cyclones looking to push their record to 4-1 on the season. And you do that, you're in the driver's seat in terms of locking down a postseason spot. Although I think their goals are far bigger than just that.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can...
Gonna take a shot. Finds a spot in the middle. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Well, it's the first play of the drive, and they're backed up, but you're seeing the confidence this coaching staff has in their quarterback and their skill players because they are taking a shot. Great release off the line of scrimmage, tremendous speed, nice catch. All of a sudden, they're in great field position.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And the Huskies want to move quickly.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 47, set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack.
Let's go.
On the run, it's Davidson. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Red 18, red 18.
They'll leave it with him. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try the left side. Maybe a crease. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Power football with the run. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. They feed him again. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
Black 88, black 88.
Running back searching for a hole.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll run play action. Got his man. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. And tackled there by the defense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Connecticut offense ready to go to work. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. To the air on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
They make the tackle, but UConn has enough for the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation.
Open field on the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific perfect catch and run before he stopped. UConn quick to the line. Looking to throw. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Here's the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on 4th down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davidson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Could be an alley. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Got enough for the first. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, it's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
They'll give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put a bow on this one.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And he punches it in the end zone, and man, oh man, has this running back been impressive. Just the amounts of licks he's taken and just kept moving forward. Like, they'd made no bones about it, Palmer. They were going to run the football, and they did. They gave it to him over and over again. The defense knew it was coming, and he still performed.
It's incredible. The head coach called him into his office earlier in the week, and he said, look, we are going to force feed you the football. You have to carry this for us on our way to victory. And he was glad to accept that challenge. He did it today, David. He took a beating. He is going to need the ice tub. He's going to need cryotherapy. He's going to need a good stretch, and he needs some sleep. But, man, did he ever deliver for his offense and his team.
He'll bring it out. It's Lang. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. UConn going back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
A spectacular one-hand grab. The Huskies headed quickly to the line.
Man, what a catch by the big tight end. They got those big old huge mitts, those big dudes, so nice job sticking it up in the air, and it just sticks to it, makes the nice spectacular.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Porter. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And a lot of times in football, man, the short memory, we usually talk about the quarterback. But sometimes it's the running back who puts it on the deck. Sometimes it's your playmaker out wide who puts the ball on the deck. But that doesn't mean you abandon him. You come back to him, let him make plays. Nice job making the catch. And I still expect him to be a big part of this football game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. On the sideline, got it in the end zone.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The hands team doing its job, and that's going to do it for this one.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Clemson sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With a big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost to you.
If there's time to pad the stats. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if